All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kodash. Double honor to the apostles, elders, bishops, great millstone, Shalom T-Buzz, pushing his truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. And I want to go into this real quick. It's been on my mind since it happened yesterday, and it was just crazy that you'll see. It's crazy what the word choice and the word choosing, the word choice that this lady had. So yesterday, I just stopped at the store. I had to grab some quick things from the store. And the lady at the register, she told me to, she said, you need to smile. She said, you need to smile. And then I was like, I told her, I was like, I kind of said, I didn't roughly say exactly what I'm about to say, but I kind of said something like that. I was like, just because I don't smile doesn't mean like I'm not happy. Like I'm happy, and then after I said I'm happy, I was like, I smiled. And then I was like, I'm happy, like just because I have like this mean mug. I guess I have like a natural like mean mug face. I guess how they say it. And I guess she seen me, and how I was looking. I guess like my demeanor. She thought I was like pissed off or in an angry mood or whatever the case may be. And I told her I was like, I'm happy. And then one of her friends, I guess, came to visit her at work, and she was talking to her. Because I needed her to do something, but she didn't have access to do it, so she was waiting for somebody else. And then she was talking to her friend. She's like, "Yeah, he needs to smile more, this and that and that." And then she told the same exact thing to the I guess her daughter. And then she said after she said this, she said, "You need to smile more." I was like, "I'm happy." She said, "It looks like you're ready to destroy the world." And when she said that, I laughed a little bit. I was like, maybe. Right? And then when I really thought about it, I was like, that's really kind of the spirit that I'm in, and that's the spirit that like all of us are really in for the most part, because we're tired of this place, right? And then obviously if I told her, I said maybe, and then she's like, well, just leave me. And she laughed and she said just leave me out of it. She said leave. It was a Jake lady. It was a Jake lady, Eve. And she's like, just leave. She's like, just leave me out of it. And I just laughed. And I thought to myself, I was like, man, when I was walking out the store, I was like, that's really just this spirit in. I was like, there's really nothing really to be fucking smiling about in this place. We're fucking oppressed. We're at the bottom. All this damn wickedness, the shit that's going on in this damn place. We tired of it, man. Ain't nothing really to be laughing and giggling 24/7. We laugh, we joke, we do stuff like that. But ain't nothing really to be smiling about. What the fuck is there to be happy about in Babylon the Great? But it just made me really think. I was like, man, if I'm of that number, of the Lord's elect, yeah, we are gonna be destroying this world, man. When Yahweh Shai comes back, right, we're gonna be destroying the wickedness, putting nations in captivity, and I am ready, and hopefully I'm of that number, right, that makes it out of here, and I'm ready to do that. Right? I'm ready to go put the damn nations down and to do these things. Right? I'm ready for those. I'm ready for that. And it was just crazy that like that was the word choosing that she said. She could have said anything. And she said, "Looks like you're ready to destroy the world." And I was like, wow, that's it's kind of crazy that you said that. And I was like, I really am, I obviously I didn't tell her that, but I was just like, I just said maybe. I just told her I was like maybe. I just told her I was like maybe. And it was just like, when you really think about it, this world needs to be destroyed, right? The world needs to be destroyed. All the wickedness, all the wickedness, this whole vibration, the whole energy on the earth right now is wickedness, right? Utter wickedness, and it's nothing like to be. It's nothing. Now that the Lord has given you this truth, has opened your eyes to the stuff that's going on, right? To the wickedness, to the oppression, to all these things that's going on in the earth. Yeah, we're ready to destroy this place, man. We are. Obviously, we waiting on the Lord first and foremost. But that's the spirit that we're in. We're tired of this place. You know? We're sick and tired. Right? Because what is Babylon? What has Babylon the Great offered us since we've been here? Nothing. Absolutely nothing but oppression. Oppression. That's it. Oppression, wickedness, taxes, and hell. That's all Babylon the Great has to offer. Right? And then what goes on is, you know, our righteousness is as filthy rags, but the righteousness that, you know, that we obtain, right? Like the scripture says, I think that's in the Apocrypha, it says better for a little righteousness. There's some along those lines, right? That scripture. Right? So the little righteousness things that we do, and like the way that we conduct ourselves is, you know, is better than all the wickedness that goes on in this place. And it's just, you know, from now, you know, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua waking you up to the truth and giving you this knowledge. The scriptures say what? It says he that increases in knowledge increaseth in sorrow. And that's the point that we get to. That's another reason why we're not sitting there smiling all the damn time. Because you understand that the more knowledge that you're starting to acquire, you know, from reading, studying, you know, listening to the videos, going into the history, learning these things, learning the scriptures, the more sorrow you become, man. Right? And when you're in a sorrow mood, or whatever the case may be, you know, you're not smiling all the time. Or you're not people that's walking around smiling 24/7, happy and all, and whatever the case may be. And I told her, you know, I might look like this, but like I said, I didn't say specifically that. But, you know, I might look like, my face might be like, might have a natural mean mug face, whatever the case may be. But I'm actually in a very good mood. In a very good mood. But it just, you don't know that if you don't really, you know, have a conversation and you talk to me. So that's not something you're really going to know unless you know talk. And people don't understand that, you know, us, the people, you know, Israelites, the people that know the knowledge is truth, right? We're actually really one of the nicest people, to be honest. But people don't understand that because they watch the videos, and they see us cussing Jake out, cussing Eve out, and do all this thing. But we're really the nicest people, right? Because we understand that we have to go along to get along in this place. So if Esau, I've talked countless of times. I've had conversations with Edomites, laughing and giggling, playing with them, you know, cracking jokes, you know, random Edomites that you see at the store or you at a restaurant yourself, because that's how you're supposed to be, man. Just because my face might look like this doesn't mean I'm gonna be a damn asshole, cuss you out, give you an attitude, being an ass. No, man. That's just how I look. But at the end of the day, more than likely, you know, you see my face, I might have that natural mean mug look, but deep down, I'm 9 times out of 10, I'm not angry, I'm not sad, I'm not mad, I'm happy, right? But then when it comes to this world, it comes about the shit that goes on in this world, yeah, I'm pissed off, yeah, you get mad, yeah, that stuff happens. But at the end of the day, I wasn't necessarily angry, but that's just, you know, the spirit that we have, right? And what does the scripture say? It says Yahushua, right? Yahushua was an austere man, right? Not comparing, you know, ourselves to him, but that's, you know, that's in like manner, you know, the spirit that we have to come in, right? So that's pretty much is what I wanted to say. It's been literally on my mind, you know, just to press record, hit the button. That's really just been on my mind since yesterday. Like, yo, make a video, record it, say something about it, because it was just, like I said, like all of the things that she could have possibly said, she said, you know, and I've never heard anybody say that to me. She said, it looks like you're ready to destroy the world. And when she said that, I was just like, what? That's crazy that you just said, right? And then after that, like, I was laughing, talking to her for a little bit. And like I said, I was waiting for, she couldn't do what I was having her do, because she didn't have like a login or whatever the case may be. So she was called somebody else to come to the register to get what I needed. And it was just, like I said, it was just crazy. You know, it might have not been nothing, right? And I'm just, overthinking it. But, it just hit me weird. Like, it just hit me differently. I'll say it like that. Like, 'cause that's not something people would just randomly say to you. So she probably felt, the presence of me or whatever the case was, like a little bit different. Like something was like, I'm not saying that, I'm anything special. I'm nothing but earth and ashes. But, we come in different energy. We come in a different presence from like the typical Jake. The typical Jake that walk around the earth with their damn pants down, backwards hats, and, cigarette in their damn ears, smoking weed, and, ready to do damn wickedness. We don't come in that spirit. And best believe people pick up on that. Right? Energy, presence. People say nowadays aura. Aura, that's the thing too. Like your energy is different, man. And